What's going on, guys? I'm back with another YouTube video, and today's YouTube video is actually going to be helping you guys a ton. It's how I'd start day trading as a complete beginner. So this is exactly what I'd follow if I was to go back to zero and had zero knowledge on day trading. This is exactly what I do to come up and actually make money trading. Now, it does take some people 2 years, it does take some people 5 years, but honestly, in my opinion, all that is not true. Realistically, if you have a perfect set out like layout that you already know is going to be working, and you already have someone that follows that layout and it works for them, then you pretty much have no reason for it not to work for you, unless you're not disciplined enough or your psychology is not on point, which at that point you need a mentor to just follow and guide you through everything. However, you can completely do it yourself. Absolutely, you do not need someone to teach you as long as you have the right guidance. And first thing I do is I have a full PDF breakdown of everything I'm going to be talking about, and I have all the websites laid out, which I can show you guys how to do it. So let's start off. So the first thing I would do is get TradingView. So TradingView is completely for free, and you can see trading graphs for free. You can draw on them, you can do whatever you'd like on these apps. There's also a bunch of different pairs. I'd fully recommend day trading futures. The reason I recommend futures is because you can make money when the price goes up, and you can make money when the price goes down. So yes, literally, even if the market is crashing, as long as you predict the price correctly, whether it's going to go down or up, you can literally make money trading. So I prefer Nasdaq, which is the top 100 tech US companies, or you could do S&P 500, which is the top 500 US tech companies. So the first thing you need is TradingView. Now, you do not need their subscription. Their subscription does help out a lot if you want to go, for example, backtest like this, where I can go back in time and actually use the charts, and I can skip through the candles and like play it out like live time. But it's better if you do FX Replay. That's for the backtesting software. If you'd like, you can do TradingView if you want to pay for the mentorship, or if you want live CME data. So futures obviously go through CME, and for the live data, it's 15 minutes behind. Like, if you don't have that CME live data, it's honestly only like $12 for the full year, I believe. It's I know it's not too expensive. You can get that to actually get fully updated data. So that's how you're going to see live data, or if you don't care about the live data, just 15 minutes. Honestly, you don't need it until you're actually live trading or live forward testing or paper trading. You can also paper trade on here, which I'll go over. So TradingView overall is going to be your full charting platform that you can learn on, and everything that you do without actually putting your money or risk involved. So it's going to help you be your primary charting platform. You can mark highs, lows, liquidity, session structures, whatever you're practicing, you can always do it on here. If I want to mark this low out, I can mark this low out. If I want to mark this fair value gap out, I can mark this fair value gap out. You can do whatever you want pretty much on here. You can go to the different time frames. You could go to the 1 hour time frame. You could do whatever you'd like. And it's honestly the best charting platform in my opinion. You can define your daily bias, your key levels, so pretty much what you think is going to happen in the day. Where do you predict the price to go? Now, what I was doing when I was learning is I would go to the candle chart right here, and I'd go onto the line chart, and this actually helps you kind of visualize better if you don't know how to read candles. So for example, like if we're right here in price, I'd assume, okay, price is over here. I think price is going to go here. For example, obviously you're a beginner, so you don't know any confluence or whatever. So let's just assume I think price is going to go here, and then you can obviously like replay price or whatever, and see if you actually guessed correctly. And I guess you can just plot, kind of game your like decision making like this if you'd like, or you could just jump into straight actually trading. So let's go back to the candlesticks. So yeah, and then you can also get your ideas formed here. So you can kind of chart everything out. So if you want to learn a fair value gap and how to learn session lows, New York AM, Asia session, whatever the case may be, whatever you need to learn, you can literally learn off this platform, and it's completely for free. So that's what I recommend TradingView. This is going to be your primary charting platform. Second, you're going to need FX Replay, which is your backtesting and skill development. This is going to build your discretion into the markets. So let me close, actually no. So this is FX Replay, and they are paid. However, you can do a 5-day completely for free trial, and you can get everything. You can get the pro package and everything completely for free. And the good thing about this is literally, if you really want, you could just keep doing free trials with different emails. So you can pretty much backtest completely for free. In my opinion, this is the best backtesting platform because it helps you see all of your skills, all of your data, all of everything laid out perfectly for you, just so you know if you're making money, what your risk percentage is, what your RR is, whatever the case may be. It literally tells you everything. So this is going to be your replay to historical price action. So pretty much what I just did here. Now obviously you need the subscription for TradingView. So if you want, you could do it on here too, but for free you can use FX Replay, and in my opinion it's actually properly designed just for specifically backtesting. So in my opinion, this will probably be better than TradingView. But for example, you can go like this. Obviously I don't have the account right now signed in to show you guys, but it's pretty much the same thing. You just backtest and you can play out these live candles just like this. So obviously if I want to enter a trade right here, let's just go over here. For example, I want to enter a short, so I click sell. I sell one position. Right here I put my take profit at this, under this fair value gap. I put my stop loss above this high. Now if I play price, we can see, there you go, price hit my take profit, and we just made money just like that. So we can show right here, it shows your metrics, and right here we just joined, we made $155 even though price went down, because this is futures. So just like that, that's how you backtest. So you can pretty much replay historical data and actually, gain your experience in the markets without waiting like a whole year all the way until 2027, for example, trading every single day, or at least looking at the markets every single day to finally get entries and this and that. That's going to take you obviously forever. You can literally backtest all the way back to 2020 if you really want. You can backtest 5-6 years of data. You can literally backtest full of 2025 if you want. In my opinion, that's the best and most ideal if you backtest 1 year worth of data. And with that 1 year worth of data, you actually are profitable. Then that's how you know you're actually ready to get on a funded account or actually have money in the markets. So that's what I would recommend for backtesting. You can practice your executions without real money. So literally you can just practice. You lose, it's okay. You can literally put as much money as you want in that account. You can put $1 million in that account and literally build $1 million. It doesn't matter. You're just practicing with monopoly fake money. You can test your strategy rules repeatedly and see when you're actually making money, what you're not doing good at, etc. Build confidence before going live. So you obviously need to have built confidence up and discretion up, and so your strategy actually works before you actually put money into the markets. Now, as far as strategy, there's a bunch of different strategies you can find on YouTube. Literally, you can search up strategies on day trading. There's multiple thousands of strategies you can choose from. I really recommend choosing one that works for you. Don't do one that looks complicated. In my opinion, I really recommend having a super low-key simple strategy. That's literally my strategy. If you guys want my strategy, you could join with my Discord link in the bio, and it's completely for free. Literally all I look for: liquidity and a safe entry. That's literally all I do. 2-step strategy, 3-step if you want to counter retrace. Literally 3 steps and I enter a trade. I do not look at SMT divergence, Fibonacci retracement, order flow, order block, I don't know whatever the case may be, standard deviation. There's a bunch of things that you can actually trade with. I'm not saying none of them work. I just preferably would want something simple and something that literally a 5th grader can look at the strategy and understand it. That's personally what worked for me. So if you want that type of strategy, you can either search up a continuation strategy on YouTube, or you can join my free Discord, and I have my full strategy laid out there. You can ask questions. I can tell you whatever my full strategy is, whatever the case is, completely for free. However, if you want a specific strategy, you can go on YouTube, or if you want, you can even make your own strategy. That probably takes the longest. It's going to take you probably 2 years to actually refine, define, whatever the case may be, for a strategy to actually know if it's working. And that's as far as strategy. Next, this is very important and crucial for your psychology and your discipline in the markets. It's Notion. This is what personally I use. You can use Google Docs, Google Sheets, whatever the case may be, whatever you want to use. This is a journaling and your rule pretty much center. So I use this. This is Notion. It's completely for free. I built a trading like checkbook, kind of like a calendar, and every single time I would take a trade, I enter the position and I journal it in here. If I lost a trade, I'd write why I lost, why I think I lost the trade, what did I do wrong that I lost the trade, how much I lost, how long I was in the trade for, etc. Just important details that can help you refine your strategy. So for example, if I lost today and I lose tomorrow and I make $3,000 the next day, I look and be like, okay, why did I lose today, and why did I lose tomorrow, and why did I make $3,000 on the next day? What was the key differences? And slowly you narrow down your losses and you keep your wins. You don't get more wins. You never want to try getting more wins, because you want to take less trades in the market. And it's just ideally, like, logically, it makes more sense if you take less trades and have a higher win rate rather than taking more trades and still having a higher win rate. That's kind of impossible. You have to take either low frequency trades but bigger trades and actually make money like that, or you have to take way bigger trades but take more trades and actually lose more, but also you make more because you're taking higher risk trades. So this is where you can journal everything and kind of refine and backtest, journal all your backtesting data. And throughout the whole year, for example, if you backtest 2025 fully, you can journal all through January all the way to December, all of your trades and what went wrong and what went right in each thing, and you can kind of refine everything and understand how everything is going. So that's what I would recommend for back testing. You can log every single trade with screenshots as well. So obviously you can kind of go back in time and see why you took that trade. And trust me, you'll see, like right now when I go back to right when I was learning and I look at the trades that I logged in, I'm like, bro, what the hell was I doing? Like compared to like now, like I would never take a trade like that, because obviously you build discretion, you kind of fix what you did wrong, and etc. You could track your emotions and execution quality, so you can see why did you feel down when you entered that trade? Did you feel super confident? Did you have FOMO? Did you have greed, etc.? You can write them all down so you can kind of knock them out and actually fix those psychological issues. You can refine your rules and identify your mistakes, and your long-term edge lives here. Literally, the only reason you're going to become profitable is through journaling. As long as you journal and you actually understand what you're doing wrong, you will become profitable. Unless you're like, I don't know how strong discipline that you do not need to journal, then yeah, but 99% of people aren't like that. Number 4, you obviously need to get funded. So whether you're putting money in a real market or you're getting prop firms, I really recommend prop firms because it only costs you around $200 for $50,000 worth of capital that you can use to trade with. So it's a very good leverage skill. You could trade simulated accounts. So it's pretty much like how these paper tradings was, except it's a company that actually pays you your money when you win. Obviously, there's some rules that you need to follow, but you pass an evaluation to earn a funding account. If you can't pass an evaluation, in my opinion, you are not ready to actually be funded because you're probably going to blow it. Passing an evaluation means that you need to make, for example, for a $50,000 account, I'll go over the details here actually, but you need to learn the drawdown and the risk control, and your capital comes after consistency in the trading market. So if you can pass a funded account and actually get a payout, then that's how you know you're actually a profitable day trader. So I really recommend TopStep as the prop firm account. There's also Alpha Futures you can use. There's My Funded Future. There's Tradeify. There's a bunch of them actually. I really recommend TopStep and Alpha Futures though. They're definitely my favorite. I really recommend TopStep because they don't have a consistency rule. So for example, if you want to become a trader, a funded trader, this is their $50,000 account is $89. This is a no activation fee. So you pay $89. If you pass the account, you need $3,000 to pass the account in 2 trading days. So in I believe you need to split it in half. So 1,500, 1,500, and then you pass the account for $89, you get $50,000 you could trade with. Or you can do the standard account, which is $49, which I really recommend the standard because if you're a beginner, you're obviously going to blow these evaluation accounts. You don't want to keep paying $90 blowing them when you could just pay $50 and only pay the activation fee once you pass it. So you pay $50, $50, $50. Let's say you on the 4th one you finally hit, that's $200 right there. Then you pay another $129 when you pass to actually get the activated XFA funded account. So now you passed their challenge. Now you have a $50,000 account that you can actually trade with. Now this is obviously there's like rules and stuff, $150 winning days, whatever the case may be. And once you actually make money on the charts, since you obviously have the skill, if you saw you're making money backtesting last year's of data, you can obviously put that into live markets every day and actually make money like that and request your payouts like that. So this is actually how you're gonna get paid by day trading. So after that, the last one is going to be Forex Factor. So this is what's going to help you with news and volatility awareness and what you can expect into the markets. So obviously right now we have USA and Venezuela, the oil, whatever the case may be. There's obviously a bunch of news data, and the best idea is going to be Forex Factor. It shows everything that you need to know for every single pair and every single state, country, whatever the case may be, that you need to know. Because obviously trading is strictly economic, literally, like it's strictly based off the economic calendar. Literally whatever is happening in real time in life, that's literally where the market's going to head towards. Unless it's crypto, sometimes it's very like manipulative, it'll go up and down for absolutely no reason, but we are trading futures, so it's completely different. So for example, like this, we can see that tomorrow on Sunday, or actually today on Sunday, January 4th, we have FOMC member speaking. So obviously it's not going to do anything because we're not trading on Sunday, but you can also put all of your filters. So if you want, for example, any of these currencies, let's say you're trading JPY or GBP, whatever the case may be, you're trading Euro, you can obviously turn those on. I specifically trade futures and USD, so it doesn't matter. I only have USD on. And the expected impact. So the red folder means it's very high impact. So it's going to trigger the stock market to either go up or down, futures market, whatever the case may be. Orange is medium impact, and yellow is low impact. Gray is pretty much absolutely no impact. And you can also have all the event types, so speeches, whatever the case may be, whatever you need. In my opinion, I leave everything on. So for example, if I want to go tomorrow and see on Monday what news events we have at 7 a.m., obviously you could change your time too in the settings over here. You can change it to whatever is needed, whether PST, CST, whatever the case is. So tomorrow we have manufacturing price consumer index. So we have PMI, and obviously, hold on, let me click. Oh, it's over here. So when you click this folder, it actually opens up everything that you need to know about it. So this is the source they got it from, the measures, the usual effect on the market. So if the actual price is higher, then the forecast is good for currency, whatever. So there's a bunch of, like, here's the forecast, this is the previous, the actual price depends obviously tomorrow when the news comes out. So if the actual price is greater than the forecast, then it's good for currency. So it's good for crypto. So if it's good for crypto, technically it's sometimes not good for, like Nasdaq or S&P 500. But this is pretty much where you're gonna get all of your news events from. This is where you're gonna see everything online, all the like new tweets, whatever the case is. You have all of your information here. This is really gonna help you because you do not want to enter a trade when there's, for example, consumer price index happening at 5 a.m. in the morning, and you enter the trade and you really get either fully hit your stop loss or you make a bunch of money. It really depends. But overall, that's pretty much it. This is going to help you monitor high impact economic events, avoid trading during major releases, plan sessions around volatility windows. I really recommend trading New York session, which is 6:30 a.m. PST or 9:30 a.m. EST. So focus on mastering the process. Trust me, do not rush it. It does not make sense. Chart, backtest, journal, earn capital, and manage your risk, and you'll become profitable. That's literally all you guys need. I have a completely free Discord that teaches you guys exactly how to trade A through Z. And you guys can go in the Discord and learn absolutely everything in there. Ask any questions you guys want, any YouTube videos you guys want me to make, any TikTok videos you guys want me to make, I will make them for you guys. Just leave them in the comment section below, or just put them in the Discord video suggestions tab. I do also have a one-on-one mentoring. If you guys would like for me to literally guide you one-on-one, just personal, me and you have direct access to my phone number. I'll literally hold your hands all the way to profitability. Obviously, I've went through everything, so I know how it goes. Trust me, I was in everyone's shoes at 1.2. Every trader goes through the same things. So obviously, if you can prevent those mistakes, you can obviously become profitable way quicker, rather than sourcing for this, sourcing for that, and then actually finding something else different, and you keep switching your strategies, whatever the case may be. But again, I have a complete free Discord. You guys can also join. There's a bunch of valuable information in there, and we need to grow the community stronger and stronger. Overall, that's it for today's video, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.